we have a special guest waiting in the wings for a daiquiri,
and I think we should go straight to him because we need a load of.
Oh yeah! Who's better to have a daiquiri with than Mr. Iain Griffiths? How are you, sir?
Hiya, folks. Yeah, I'm really good. How's my volume? Am I too loud? I'm very aware of it.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
I'm not allowed to talk about these things.
I mean, Dawn, you and me in the same room is usually one that reverberates at the best of times. So, I'm good. Thank you guys so much for inviting me. This has been categorically and without doubt the shittest month of the year so far, for me personally, at least. So I felt this was very timely and perfect to kind of join two dear friends and everybody watching around the world and have a little drink and sign off this cunt of the month. Am I allowed to say the C-bomb?
I've been swearing since about 10 o'clock this morning, so you're fine to do that. And, you know, and we talked a couple of weeks ago, and we know you've had a shit-ass time, and I think you said to us, this is where I'm going to draw the line, and, you know, tonight is the night, and we are super happy that you decided to draw the line with us because I couldn't think of anyone better to kind of be one of our last daiquiri sessions. We got one more in the morning, but you know, you've been so inspirational to me in my spirits career. I think, you know, you and Ryan really were probably the first bartenders that I really kind of knew, and you know, I was just like these two crazy ass guys that just talked a lot of.
In getting ready for this, it kind of really all seemed very timely and off place because, like, Dawn, obviously we had White Lion, and frankly, that is huge praise given all you've done for us over the years, and you know that we love you both professionally and personally. But then Mitch and I really first crossed paths on Hoxton Street as well with our Made in the Shade and the gentleman Jim Wrigley. That is now looking very spelt and wonderful. No, it really this had a lovely sense of bringing it all back together. It's wonderful, yeah.
And we're super excited. And you know, I think the one thing we all wanted to take away from tonight, and the thing that's kind of been a reoccurring theme, is that it's just about a lot of love for everyone. And you know, I think we've got Maggie waiting backstage, and she's been on twice now. You know, she said, you know, it's about family, and I think we all are family, and we're going through a pretty shit time at the moment, all of us. And you know, I think as long as we stick together, we'll make it through the other side, and that's what's so exciting. And so.
I mean, the real challenge for yourselves is to get everybody that you've had speaking for this in the same room physically when we're allowed to in 2 or 3 years' time. But yeah, and backstage we have Maggie, and she's not kicking it in Massachusetts right now. I love it. That's
so I think that'll be Black Tot next year. Get everyone in the same room that was in.
I gotta put my dinner in the oven. I forgot. Give me 1 sec. I timed it out perfectly that I'll be drunk and baked and ready to enjoy my
dinner. Brilliant. Okay, Iain, take it away. We love you.
What have I done with this? Frankly, I'm just going to make a classic daiquiri. I didn't bother playing around with anything. Obviously, with that gentleman that we all know, Ryan, him and I had a bit of a rep for doing things weirdly, and then with Trash Tiki, things pivoted again in another new and adventurous manner, which was another reason I said yes to this, because I think it's a brilliant example of how truly international our industry is. And without getting political, the one thing that we could all do is think a little more internationally and not just worry about pretend that something happening on the other side of the fence doesn't affect us. So it's been amazing to see how all industry come together. I decided that as opposed to doing anything different with my daiquiri, I would garnish it, let's call it Scottish style, for lack of a better thing. My favorite thing when I lived in Scotland was walking into a bar and the bartender knowing your ultimate round, which is really like the step up from knowing just your order, because they've got to know 3 orders, because the ultimate round is the shot, the beer and the highball that you want in that order so that you can take them all down and the bartender can keep on service.
I hear you. 5 years in Edinburgh, I was there every night of the week, and I worked in a bar.
Cabaret Voltaire, a little bar called Bramble that a few people that knew how to make a drink kicked it in. It's a wonderful city. So instead, I've done my pandemic ultimate round, which is ice cold beer. They actually literally called it ice cold beer. White Claw has been the real anchor point for me in the last 4 months, to be perfectly honest. An Aperol Spritz, and then I'm going to do a daiquiri as well. I'm not going to finish them all in the 15 minutes. At one point, I fucked with the idea. I wanted the idea of doing a daiquiri tower of 24 daiquiris and then trying to drink 2 a minute, but that was obviously poor taste, not a good idea. We've all moved beyond that part in the industry.
Have we actually? I mean, we're staying up for 24 hours, Ian. I don't think Mitch and I have moved past that yet.
Which, mad credit to yourself once again as well. I'm not going to pretend that I haven't forgot to sleep in the past and done 24 hours straight. The fact that you're sitting there incredibly presentable. Dawn, the dress looks wonderful. Mitch, you could have put in some
Thank you.
I did decide not to cut my lines live on camera as I was farewelling the shittest month in the world, because I felt that frankly tempting fate in a manner that didn't matter too much for myself. So, I believe in a 6-2 daiquiri. I think it tastes good. Daiquiri is meant to taste like a shitload of rum with accents of everything else, so keep it nice and dry. And that's really about it. I'm going to give this one a quick shake. And if you're making your daiquiri at home, I'm going to wait for you as well. And I even have some very appropriate music for you after this.
Oh, it's no music. Is it still elevator music?
It's exactly the kind of elevated music you'd expect if you got into an elevator with me.
That's my kind of elevator music.
Exactly right. Excuse me one sec. So, arguably my biggest question with this was when to smoke weed, and I decided to wait until the end. I felt, Canada is maybe a little ahead of the rest of the world in terms of the whole legalization of a completely non-harmful drug, but I decided to wait. Mitch, are you making one with me? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll when you are.
Let's see if this works. Hey, Google, play music.
Playing some music on Spotify.
Yeah!
Ian, I love you. And the last time I saw Ian, we were at Berlin Bar Show, and I basically spent the whole night running around Berlin after the guys from Crystal Head for some unknown reason, which actually ended up meaning that I actually ended up at Trash Tiki with you guys, and that was the best thing because it got to about me and Ian and a friend of ours from Velier were sitting there chatting, and I suddenly was like, oh, I think my flight's going. I'm going to go get my stuff.
I woke up the next, I'm not going to lie, the afternoon around 4 p.m. And one of my first thoughts, I was like, man, that was a weird dream how I saw Dawn at our rave, hey. And then I was like, 30 minutes later, I'm like walking around and I was like, oh, wait, that wasn't a dream. Oh, shit. Wait, I wonder if Dawn made a flight. It'll be all right. It was that full range of emotions in like a split second kind of thing.
So, Ian,
cheers.
Here's to you having a much better next half
Indeed.
of the year. And here's to new beginnings.
Oh,
Yeah.
New beginnings. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
I want to employ the favorite rule of Ryan Shetty and myself when having a daiquiri, which is 2 sips or you're playing with it. So bottoms up, second half, or you go.
Bottoms
Cheers.
up.
Thank you to both of your wonderful selves. Congratulations on a fantastic thing. Maggie, sincere apologies for doing a horrible job on changing all the tone before I'm sure what'll be a wonderful talk.
Bring Maggie on. Bring Maggie on. I think Maggie needs a bit of Ian love.
So good to see you, Ian.
So good to see you. All right, I'll let you guys get this back on track. And thank you all so much. All right, cheers.
No, Ian, we love you.
Thank you so much. And Maggie, welcome back. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
The tech team hate me right now, just as an FYI. Because I'm literally like, they're like, you've missed all the videos. I'm like, no, we need to keep on time. So if the tech team wants to take Maggie out and bring her back in, we'll work with that and then play the cocktail video that I did not allow them to play at the beginning of it. I'm fine with that, but hey, up to you guys.
We've got a great little video we'd love to play for you before the start of this session, and it's from specifically it's from a friend of ours in Adelaide in Australia, Mr. Marcus Motteram from Haynes & Co, and we just love him, so we'd love to see him, love to have a little cheers with him, and then we'll get started.
Yar me on the dead man's chest. Welcome. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil had done for the rest.
Slice the main race. The call aboard ship when the good crew of Haynes & Co. deserve an extra ration of rum. And what rum do we have? Of course, nothing but the original, the Black Tot. So what are we going to make? We're going to make a drink that pleases the most, the Navy grog. So we take a fine portion of the Black Tot, and we pour a good dash of that in for these sailors. Then, of course, to ward off the scurvy, the dreaded scurvy, we need some fresh lime. So grab your trusty steel. Pop it in. Here we go.
And there they lay, and the soggy skies dripped all day long.
Boom. And in she goes. Now, of course, for good behavior, we've got to give them some sweetness. Some lovely Demerara syrup. And there we are. A couple of fine Navy grogs with nothing but the Black Tot.
In a battered head, and the scuppers glut with a rotting red. And there they lay, I damn me eyes, all lookouts clapped on paradise, all souls bound just contrary wise. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.